Let's get this popping. Inoue coming up. As I sit here, Michaela Mayer is in the last round, and Charlo is also in the last round, following both. Just turned on the Mayer fight, the last round. Been watching both of them, but turned on the Mayer fight because I want to see Inoue it's in his entirety, ring walks and everything. Um, so right now, following, dude, dude, Charlo was Montiel was plus 1,200. Plus 1,200. Plus 1,200. Charlo should have walked this guy down, knocked him out. Mungia knocked out Charlo in 2 rounds. 2 rounds. Just destroy. I mean, not Charlo. Montiel in 2 rounds. Just destroyed him. Planked him. All right. So how is it that you're going to tell me that Charlo is hanging with Montiel's hanging with Charlo, but Canelo's ducking Charlo? Hit the like button as you come, leave comments, all that good stuff. But this is the dude you're telling me Canelo is ducking. This is the dude you're telling me Triple G is ducking. This is the guy you're telling me Benavidez is ducking. Really? Really? The guy who just went rounds with Montiel. In my breakdown video of this fight, my prediction video, hit the like button as you come in, please. Leave a comment. Tell me who you are. Let's talk some boxing. Inoue, the monster is about to come out. Time to get excited. But in my breakdown of the Charlo Montiel fight, I said he's got to put this guy away to get momentum going. You're talking about a guy in Charlo who fights once every 8-9 months on average. So you got to get some momentum, man. If you're calling out these guys and saying they're ducking you and becoming the Twitter boxing champion by saying everybody's ducking you, look, you got to put guys away. And you definitely got to put Montiel away. I understand he's awkward, all this stuff. He's a tough guy. But Mungia put him to sleep. Mungia is at 160 now. Mungia just won again by stoppage today. So we can talk all day about Mungia's deficiencies, et cetera, et cetera. Mungia gets hit a lot. But look, if Triple G put on a performance today, like Charlo did against Montiel, y'all would all be saying, oh, Triple G's exposed. Triple G's exposed. He gets hit too much. He's slow. He just gets hit too much. He's not a sweet scientist. It's about hitting and not get hit. What did Charlo do today? What did Charlo do tonight? I'm trying to pull up the scorecards, because the fight just finished. I just switched over to ESPN. They're about to read the scorecards from Michaela Mayer. Let's see what the scorecards were. But I do. After watching that, I'd take Benavidez over Charlo. I'd take Triple G at 39 years old over Charlo. He just doesn't deal with pressure. And Mayer wins her fight. And now Inoue is going to be entering the ring pretty soon. He doesn't deal with pressure as well as people think, Charlo. He doesn't deal with pressure as well as people think. So look, man, you can pick Charlo over Triple G. You can pick him over. You can say Canelo's ducking him, all this stuff. But guess what? You fight every 8 or 9 months. You got to knock a guy like Montiel out. Make a statement and say, this is my division. This is my division. I'm knocking a guy like Montiel out. Let's fight. You come to me. And guess what? You're not doing that. So if you want a fight with Canelo, you want to fight with Benavidez, move up to 168. I don't know what else to say. But that Charlo did not look like the best middleweight in the world tonight. I'm sorry. If that's the best middleweight in the world, then the middleweight division is even worse than I thought. All right. And Triple G is about to fight in July, and then he's going to fight Murata in December probably. So I still say Triple G is still probably the king at middleweight. Right? I mean, do you pick Charlo over Triple G after watching tonight? I don't. Inoue is about to enter the ring, man. I can't wait for this fight. Desmarinas does a lot of good things, man. but he plays right into the things he does well, plays right into Inoue's hands. All right. So I think we're going to see Inoue is a guy who's going to put on a show. He's a guy who's going to put on a show. All right. He's a guy who wants to make a statement. This is his third fight in the States, I believe, second or third fight. So he wants to put on a show tonight. All right. And I think they're switching over to ESPN. The baseball game's probably over. So let me get over to that and we can watch Inoue put on a show against Michael Desmarinas. I like Desmarinas, man. Good fighter. Good fighter. Legit top 10 in the weight. Good fighter. But everything that he does good plays right into Inoue's hands. I keep saying it. I just think he's going to walk into something big early in this fight. I like Inoue by a second round knockout in this fight. Inoue is just a guy who's going to put on a show, man. He's got a guy and this has been a good day of boxing. Good day of boxing. Trying to pull up the official scorecards of the Charlo fight. But Munguia put on a show. Munguia finished the job, what he was supposed to do against Zarameta. Got his knockout. The knockout of the day, the knockout of the day was Gabe Rosado against Beck the Bully. And I did a live for that. Go watch that video. That was just ugly. And Beck the Bully, a guy who they've been bringing through the ranks quickly. This was only his 8th fight. So they wanted him to fight Kovalev in January. That fight fell through, obviously. So then this was going to be his step up. 8th fight. They were very bullish on Beck the Bully. But guess what? Beck the Bully got bullied tonight. Got bullied today against Gabe Rosado. Gabe Rosado, a guy 25-13-1, something like that. The perfect gatekeeper opponent. And you say the perfect gatekeeper opponent because he's a guy who a lot of heart, does everything good, but nothing great. Okay, so if there are any weaknesses in your game, Gabe Rosado is going to be good enough to figure it out and good enough to figure you out and expose those flaws in the ring. But if you are what they're building you up to be, guess what? You should pass that test with flying colors, as many fighters have done before Beck the Bully against Gabe Rosado. Another perfect attribute of a gatekeeper is you don't have much power. You don't want an up-and-coming fighter getting knocked out by a gatekeeper. But guess what? Even though Gabe Rosado doesn't have much power, even especially in that weight class, he was still able to, man, this is, shout out Santillo Media, Red Stripe Beer. This is actually a Beta strawberry. A Beta beer made about 10 miles from my house. So I got to drink that Louisiana beer and support Louisiana. Good beer, too. Good beer. Look at Inoue. Looking flashy. Inoue about to enter this ring. Hit that like button as y'all come in, man. Inoue is going to put on a show tonight, man. This guy is the real deal. He is the real deal. And Desmarinas, as good as he is, good fighter, he's going to be overmatched tonight, man. I'm telling you. I don't think this one's lasting long, fellas. I think this one's going to be done in about 2 or 3 rounds. I would have taken the under in this fight. I don't know what the under is. Not sure what it is, but I definitely think it's going under. This one's gonna be quick. But what y'all think about Gabe Rosado, man, today? Hit me up in that comment section. That Gabe Rosado knockout was the knockout of the year. That was brutal. But a gatekeeper opponent, man, doesn't have much power, and Gabe Rosado doesn't have much power. So when I watch Beck the Bully get planked by Gabe Rosado, I say, man, I don't know. I don't know how far Beck the Bully can go in his career now. I don't know how far he can go in his career. It's almost like a Seth Mitchell type thing, Amir Khan, where if your chin is that flawed, how far can you go in your career? Especially if you're a pressure fighter. Beck the Bully is a pressure fighter who's going to expose his chin. So if a guy like Gabe Rosado can touch his chin and get to him, you know other guys in that division are going to get to him as well. So Inoue is about to fight. And breaking news at 118. Donaire is going to fight Casemiro now in August. So what that means is we're a couple fights away from undisputed now at 118 because Donaire is going to fight Casemiro. Hopefully Donaire wins that fight, and then we get the rematch between Donaire and Inoue if Inoue gets past Desmarinas tonight. And Inoue is one fight away now from undisputed. So shout out to the division at 118 and shout out to Donaire. Nonito Donaire is doing it again, man. This guy is making some savage power moves at 118. He just beats Ubali to get a legitimate belt at 118, upsets him. He's trying to get another belt at 118 against Casemiro, filling in for Rigo. And now, if he wins that fight, he's going to want to fight Inoue for all the belts at 118. So we're a couple fights away from undisputed at 118. That's beautiful, man. That's beautiful. Inoue is, I think we're probably about 2 or 3 minutes away from this. I wanted to see what the official scorecards were for the Charlo fight were. If y'all know what they were, hit them up in the comment section because I'm still looking for them. I'm pretty sure the scorecards were wide, but he struggled. He did not look good tonight. Did not look good. This is with Montilla stuff. Yeah, that's what I'm saying, man. I'm reading some comments. If Triple G or Canelo would have gone the distance with Montilla, stuff that would have been said by certain people. Yeah, that's what I'm saying, man. Like the exposed thing. Oh, Triple G's exposed. He got hit by Kell Brook a lot, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. But I guess Charlo is immune from that criticism. I don't know. Munguia moving into middleweight, man. He's moving into middleweight at the right time. He's got a guy in Charlo who looks not as invincible as people thought maybe a year ago. Also, you got a guy in Triple G who is up there in age. So Munguia is moving into middleweight at the right time, man. He's moving in at the right time. So 160 is interesting. Not a strong division at all. Trying to read some of these comments. Inoue is going to be entering any minute now. What do y'all think about Inoue tonight, man? I like Inoue by second round knockout tonight. Second round knockout. So we'll see what happens with this. I think Inoue is going to set up some beautiful punches against Desmarinas. Desmarinas is a guy who, not that tricky, man. Very good at a lot of things. Not that tricky. He's going to throw combination punches. I think he's going to play it a little safe early against Inoue. Play it a little safe early. Measure him a little bit. Try to stay out of the danger zone. Try to time him a little bit. And then as things go on, you're going to start to see some exchanges. And that's when Desmarinas is going to have some issues. Because that's when Inoue is going to hit him with some leather. Inoue is just a beast, man. He's a beast. Hit that like button as y'all come in. You like unanimous decision? Shout out Toby De Los Santos. Y'all hit me up in that comment section as y'all come in and hit that like button as y'all come in as well. Things are about to get heated up with Inoue. Pound for pound, top 5, man. Inoue is pound for pound, top 5. There's no question about it. Some people have him as high as 3. I've even seen some people sneak him up there to number 2. But the thing is, man, if you come to America, this is his 3rd fight in America. If he continues to fight here and continues to put on great performances, he's a guy who's going to be climbing that pound for pound rankings, man. It's tough to beat Canelo right now because not only is Canelo doing great things, being active, it's tough to beat a guy who in the pound for pound rankings who is fighting 5 times in 12 months, right? It's tough to beat a guy in the pound for pound rankings who is that not only entertaining as well, and talented, but a guy who is that big of a star in Canelo. But you got Terrence Crawford up there. You got Errol Spence Jr. up there. I don't count Usyk and Tyson Fury because I don't count heavyweights in my pound for pound rankings. But right now, Inoue's right there, man. 3, 4, somewhere in that range. All right, so he's got a little a test tonight against Desmarinas, but a test that he should pass if he's who I think he is. You got him number 2. Shout out to that commenter. Got Inoue as number 2 in the pound for pound rankings. Hopefully Inoue puts on a better show than Charlo did against Montiel. Hopefully Inoue doesn't get shocked like Beck the Bully did. But if he does, man, if he does, good for Desmarinas. And then you could possibly have a Filipino showdown later on in the year between Donaire, if he gets past Casimero, and Desmarinas for all the belts. Just think about how big that would be in the Philippines. My boy Chocolatito, they're showing him right there, man. Chocolatito is my guy at 112. And Chocolatito did not lose that fight to Estrada. He did not. You think Charlo is ready for Canelo after his performance with Montiel? Hell, no. I think Charlo, man. Charlo's got middleweight's such a weak division right now. It's such a weak division. So Charlo still matches up with all the top middleweights. Murata, Munguia, Triple G. He's still right up there, right? But I didn't like his performance tonight. Lackluster performance. Did not look good at all. Struggled, especially late. So there's questions about stamina. There's questions about chin. There's questions about a lot of things since Munguia against a similar opponent. He put Montiel away, and that was a nasty knockout he had against Montiel. And then Charlo couldn't get it done. I said it in my prediction video. If Charlo goes 12 with this guy, man, that's not good. That's not good for his career because he's a guy who fights every 8 to 9 months. If you fight every 8 to 9 months, once or twice a year, man, you got to put on a show against a guy who's set up for you to look good against. And he didn't look good against him. So they're really milking this, man. They're warming up. Desmarinas looks already like he's ready to go. Looks wet. Looks sweating already. He's ready to go. Hitting the mitts in the he's hitting the mitts in the back. Inoue keeps stretching. So the ring entrance should be soon. The fight goes a distance. Let's see. The odds are okay, minus 1,200 that the fight does not go the distance. So that means that, let's see what it is. Inoue is minus 2,000. So Desmarinas is a plus 1,000 underdog. What that means is if you bet $100 on Desmarinas, you would win $1,000 if he wins. If you're betting for Inoue, you have to bet $2,000 just to win $100. So there's no value in betting Inoue, is basically what they're saying. They're not giving Desmarinas much of a chance, Vegas. So Vegas is basically saying they think that Inoue wins this fight by knockout. That's what the odds tell you right there. Lands his Hail Mary overhand right on Inoue's jaw and sends him to sleep. Yeah, I mean, look, man, we've seen some crazy things in boxing, and we saw some today. I didn't think Gabe Rosado was going to win by knockout today. And Gabe Rosado wins by knockout against a young, up-and-coming, heralded guy in Beck the Bully. Beck the Bully was supposed to knock Gabe Rosado out, and instead Gabe Rosado knocks Beck the Bully out. That's boxing, man. So anything can happen. Inoue could walk into a shot, and Desmarinas can put him to sleep. I think if Desmarinas wins the fight, that's how it's got to be done, right? Like, I don't see Desmarinas winning the fight on scorecards over 12 rounds. Do you? I mean, it would be tough to see for me to see Desmarinas outboxing Inoue over 12 rounds. Inoue just has so much punch output. So I think Desmarinas is going to have to weather that storm early and then catch him with a big shot coming in, right? Hit that like button as y'all come in, introduce yourselves, all that good stuff. But please hit that like button. As much as I like Inoue, but I'm feeling so win or lose, I'm with. Yeah, I mean, Desmarinas. Look, man, there's no shame in losing to Inoue if it happens. If it happens, Desmarinas will bounce back. He'll have some other good fights. He's a good fighter, legit top 10 guy at the weight. Good fighter. Good fighter. But I just think everything that he does well plays into Inoue's hands. But if you're Desmarinas, I'll say it again, the game plan should be weather that storm early. Be careful. Be careful in those early rounds. Be wary of it. Try to smother him a little bit when he comes inside. Use lateral movement, all that good stuff. Try to counter him when you can. But don't take too many chances trying to counter Inoue early in the fight. Okay, and then hopefully if you weather that early storm, get into round 4, round 5, round 6, maybe Inoue weather wears down a little bit. Maybe he gets a little careless with some combination punches, and then you can trade with him, and maybe, just maybe, you can land a big shot as he's coming in. I think that has to be Desmarinas's pathway to victory right there. I don't think he has a pathway to victory of winning this over 12 rounds, a 12-round decision. I don't think if he's going to knock out in a way it's going to be early in the fight. I think he's got to weather that storm early, wait it out, and then try to try to do what Montiel did against Charlo, right? Wait it out a little bit and try to make it an ugly fight, and then maybe you land something big. Montiel wasn't able to do that against Charlo, but at least he showed well, right? At least he showed well. KD over LeBron any day. Look, KD hit that, and it's funny. I had to switch away from the Charlo fight because I was watching Dog Bay, which was a good fight, by the way. Dog Bay against Lopez. Very good fight. That was probably the fight of the day so far, other than Gabe Rosado's knockout. But I had to switch over from that to watch the Nets versus the Bucks game 7, because what a game that was. KD hits that 3, but then he airballs the one in overtime. So, KD did his thing tonight. I would have liked to have seen him hit that 3, though. But I'm glad to see the Nets out, man. I hate super teams. Can't stand super teams. It is what it is. Here comes the monster, though, man. Excited about this one. If you're Inoue, you want to just overwhelm, man. You want to put on a great performance. You don't want to get too careless early to where you get caught with a shot coming in. But you want to lure this guy into trading with you. You want to lure Desmarinas into trading with you early. You want to put on a show, being that you're in America, and there's a tail of the tape. Both guys 28 years old. Desmarinas has a 2-inch reach advantage, but Inoue has a 1.5-inch reach advantage. All right. Power punches. Inoue lands 45% of his power punches. That's insane. That's absolutely insane. Desmarinas has decent power, 20 KOs and 30 wins. It's about 66% there. So Desmarinas is entering the ring right now. And it's been a good year for Filipino fighters. Donaire, Pacquiao's going to be coming in August. He's fighting Errol Spence Jr. So let's see if Desmarinas can lock in and pull off an upset for the Philippines. Hit that like button as y'all come in. Leave comments, all that good stuff, man. I like chatting with y'all in the comment section. So hit me up with comments, man. I'll respond to all of them. But definitely hit that like button as you come in. Let's see what we got. Suns winning it all, though. Probably. Bucks will be tough, though. Desmarinas will push his luck in the first 5 rounds. If he can't get a knockout, then he's the one gets knocked out, or he will surrender and continue to fight. So you have a little bit of a difference of opinion with me in that, because I think he should play it safe in the first 4 or 5 rounds and then start to take some chances. But you think he should take some chances with Inoue early and try to land something early, because if he gets into the middle to late rounds, Inoue's experience maybe will show in his class, will show against Inoue. Possible. And this is the thing, too. It just said Inoue hasn't fought in 231 days. Maybe that's why we're seeing more upsets than normal right now, because you have so many guys that have been inactive due to the shutdowns in 2020. A lot of different training camps and whatnot. So that might have something to do with guys being a little off with their timing, guys being a little off with their training. Could have something to do with it. So we'll see if Inoue, if ring rust plays into anything here. But I think he'll be all right. As a Filipino, my heart goes to Desmarinas, but my money goes to Inoue. To be honest, I would pay to see Inoue versus Casimero. And that could be coming, man. That could be coming. But I'm telling you, Donaire against Casimero, Donaire wins that fight. We got Inoue versus Donaire 2 for all the belts that matter. For all the belts, undisputed. All right? And ultimately, that's what I want to see. I want to see Inoue versus Donaire again. I hope Donaire beats Casimero. I would love to see Inoue versus Donaire run it back, because that was such a great fight. Such a great fight. And imagine another great fight like that, but for all the belts, for all the marbles. How beautiful that would be. And both these guys are in the ring now. Y'all hit me up with y'all's prediction for this fight. I got it. Inoue second round KO. Let me know what y'all think. Is this going to decision? Is Inoue going to knock him out? What round do y'all think Inoue is going to knock him out? Let's see. You're a purist. I don't watch anything under 147. A lot of people don't, but I'm telling you, man. I'm telling you. If you start watching these lower weight class fights, the guy who got me into it years ago, 10, 12 years ago when I first started on here, was 916 Chris, who was one of the best fight fans I've seen. Rest in peace. And he turned me on to the Japanese fighters. And that made me start loving the lower weight classes. And I like guys like Prince Nassim Hamed and a lot of the lower weight class guys when I was growing up. But at the same time, I didn't appreciate the lower weight classes how I should have. These guys consistently fight better competition because they're not getting paid. They're not getting paid $2 to $3 million like a Devin Haney to fight an average fighter. They're not getting paid multiple millions like Charlo to fight Montiel. These guys are fighting competition night in and night every fight out because they have to for the paychecks. All right. So you're getting better fights. And plus, you're getting higher punch output. So you're naturally getting better fights. These lower weight classes where it's at, man. My boy Chocolatito at 112, one of my favorite fighters of all time. Great fights down there. So if you don't watch anything under 147, and I know you're being a little facetious there, but you're missing out on some great action in those lower weight classes. You watch some of these dudes from Japan fight. They get after it. Some of these Asian dudes who fight over there in the lower weight classes get after it. We're about to see a good fight here. What happens with Rigo then? I thought he was waiting for the winner of Donaire and Casimero. Well, Rigo was supposed to be fighting Casimero from what I understood. And then that fell through. So Donaire slipped into that spot. So now Donaire is putting his belt up against Casimero's belt. So they're going to unify. And then Inoue has the other two belts. So whoever win, I'm guessing what's going to happen is Inoue is going to wait around for the winner of Donaire versus Casimero, and then the winner of that fight fights Inoue for all the belts, undisputed at 118. And Donaire said that was his goal. The only thing he hasn't done in his career is become undisputed. So that's his goal. But to do it, he's got to go through Casimero and Inoue, which is tough. And by the way, if Donaire beats Casimero, to me, he's already in the discussion for fighter of the year. And then let's say he fights Inoue in December and beats Inoue. That's one of the best years we've had from a fighter in recent boxing history. All right. So you got Inoue, KO in the third. Nope. The fight hasn't started yet. It's about to start right now. So we're about to break it down. Poor business decision by Rigo. And that's par for the course with Rigo. Doesn't have the stamina to go through 12 rounds. And he's going to have the first half of the rounds knockout. Yeah, I understand. I get your reasoning. I just think he needs to. Desmarinas needs to play it safe early because Inoue is dangerous early. He's dangerous. I had no idea the Rigo Casimero fight fell through. It did. And now we got Donaire versus Casimero. Donaire stepped right in, which not surprising. So we got Inoue versus Desmarinas. The bell's about to ring. We're about to break this down. And just for the record, I got Inoue by second round knockout. Y'all hit that like button as y'all come in, please. And hit me up in the comment section. Let me know what y'all thinking about the fight. Southpaw versus Orthodox. So let's see who gets their foot on the outside. That's what we need to look for. And so far, as Desmarinas is doing a good job of getting on the outside of Inoue's left foot. So far, both guys playing a little safe. Inoue lands a left hook. I'm telling you, Desmarinas better be careful, man. He better be careful. Both guys playing it safe right now. So Desmarinas is doing what I expected, playing a little safe. Inoue is a little more passive than I expected early. But playing it smart, using a jab, trying to feel it out, especially Desmarinas being a southpaw. But once Desmarinas starts opening up a little bit, Inoue sees those openings. We'll see if he jumps on that. But Desmarinas got to watch out for that left hook. This is the second time Inoue barely missed with that left hook, countering that right hand. Straight right from Inoue. Desmarinas looking good, man. Desmarinas looking good so far. He's looking relaxed. He's moving a good bit with the lateral movement. So the game plan that I expected him to fight so far is the game plan he's fighting. He's not getting reckless. He's not getting careless. He's not trying to land something big early. He's just playing it safe, trying to pick his spots and trying not to walk into anything big. And so far, so good for Desmarinas. He's fighting a good round. He's fighting a good round so far. This is an even round so far. We got about a minute left in the round, and it's pretty even. All right, Inoue threw a combination there, but Desmarinas picked most of it off. Desmarinas showing good in his first round, man. He's showing good. He looks relaxed. Inoue looks relaxed too. Both guys look good. Good first round. Not much action going on, but both guys look relaxed and good. Inoue showing the jab well, stalking as Desmarinas circles, which was expected, right? Inoue's got a nice jab. Desmarinas keeps circling. It's a close first round, but I'd take it. I got Inoue. Inoue won that first round. I got a 10-9 Inoue. Reason being, he tried to make that round a little more, as they show Gabe Flores Jr. in the stands. Jamal Herring in the stands as well. But Inoue threw more punches, tried to stalk a little more, tried to make the round. All right, so that's why I gave the round to. And there's Casimero, WBO bantamweight world champion. So he's going to be in there with Donaire. Let's see what we got. Imagine Pacquiao winning his bout against Spence Jr. and Donaire gets undisputed. Yeah, that would be the greatest year in boxing, greatest month in Filipino boxing history, right? Donaire beats Casimero, becomes unified at 118, and then sets up a big match with the Inoue, and then Pacquiao beats Spence Jr. That's a huge August for Filipino boxing right there. Y'all hit that like button as y'all come in. We got the second round here. I don't think that after watching that first round, I don't know if I'm getting my second round knockout like I predicted. Desmarinas, the only thing I worry about with him right now is he's using a lot of energy moving lateral right now. He's using a lot of energy moving away from those shots. Lateral movement, a lot of aerobic energy. So can he keep up that pace? Can he continue to do that? He's economical with his punches, though, which I expected early. He's going to show respect for Inoue's power. Inoue, a guy 17 knockouts in 20 fights, and he's a guy who's been in there with competition. It's not like he's been knocking out powder puffs, man. He's been in there with competition, knocking guys out. Desmarinas getting a little more comfortable in there. He's opening up a little more. Nice little jab and then moves out. Who'd y'all have winning that first round, Inoue or Desmarinas? I had Inoue winning that first round. Y'all hit me up with y'all scorecards in the comments as y'all are watching. Inoue stalking still. He's still stalking him. Desmarinas, a lot of lateral movement, then he'll throw his shots, one or two at a time, and then get back out. But he doesn't seem to be bothered by Inoue's power at all so far. Inoue hasn't landed anything big so far. Oh, Desmarinas lands two nice shots right there. Desmarinas is nice with that jab upstairs, and then he throws that long, straight left to the chest of Inoue and backs him up. Oh, all right. Inoue caught him. Oh, he's down. Down goes Desmarinas. Body shot. I don't know if he's getting up. Oh, he got up, fellas. He caught him with a beautiful body shot to the ribs. It must have been a left. It must have been a left to the ribs because he's holding his right rib. That hurt him. That hurt him bad. And my second round knockout might come. Surprisingly. Oh, he hurt him, fellas. Oh, back comes Desmarinas. It's a nice little scrap. Desmarinas landing, but he's bothered by the power. You could tell. He's bothered. I don't know how long he's going to last, fellas. He landed some good shots against Inoue coming back right there, but I don't know how long he's going to last. That body shot hurt him bad. He's trying to recover. Inoue goes back upstairs with the hook, with the uppercut. Desmarinas was bothered by that shot. Ooh, he hit him again. Same spot again. And Desmarinas starting to carry that right hand low, but Desmarinas comes right back. Man, Desmarinas got hard because that body shot would have put a lot of people out. You could tell he was bothered by it. That was a shot. Beautiful shot. So we got a 10-8 round right there for Inoue. Desmarinas showed a lot of heart there because I thought he was done when he went down. I thought he was done. First time I've seen Inoue without winning gloves. What's he wearing? I didn't know. I don't know what gloves he's wearing. Yep, it was the body shot. Back upstairs. And then, it kind of lingered. He stayed up for a while, but that body shot hurt. Oh, right there. It was that left. And Desmarinas had his right hand a little high because he was respecting the power coming upstairs. He had the earmuffs. And then Inoue just landed that shot. Perfect punch to the ribs. He's wearing Grants. All right. But that was a perfect shot to the ribs. Perfect shot. And Desmarinas, to his credit, he comes right back out and throws punches. But you can tell, oh, here he comes. But Desmarinas keeps throwing back, man. Jab, and then he'll throw that sweeping left hand. But Inoue is stepping it up. He's putting it in fifth gear now. Oh. Inoue landed some beautiful shot. Beautiful combination by Inoue. When he starts walking guys down and landing those combinations, you just saw him he threw a 1-2-4. Straight right, jab straight right, and then an uppercut. And then that's what got Desmarinas putting his earmuffs on last round. And then when he put his earmuffs up, Inoue landed that hook, left hook to the ribs. It's a beautiful shot right under Desmarinas' elbow. Jab. That's the other thing I like about Inoue is he works the jab. He works that jab. He doesn't forget about it. A lot of power punchers forget about the jab. Inoue doesn't. And you can tell he's getting in the zone now, man. He's using the feet, bouncing, walking them down. And I just don't know how long Desmarinas can keep up with dealing with the power of one, but also dealing with using so much lateral movement, especially against a guy who can go to the body and take air out of the tires of Desmarinas. But Desmarinas is still there, still throwing, man. He's just using a lot of aerobic energy, moving laterally. Yeah, Roy Jones-ish, that's for sure. Being from the South in America, I know a lot about Roy Jones. Big fan growing up. Watched all of Roy's fights. Been to a lot of Roy's fights. And he's shooting that hook to the body. And I know what you mean when you say that is when he gets it going, you start to see that swagger. You start to see that confidence go up. He starts to walk guys down. Oh, there it is. There, it's done. It's done. The body shot again. Left hook. He's done. Left hook to the body. I'll be shocked if he gets up. He gets up. He got up. Desmarinas gets back up, dude. Go right back to the body in a way. Go right back to the body. He is lighting up Desmarinas. There it is. It's done. It's over. 3 body shots in the same spot to the liver on the right-hand side. Game over. Inoue, 3rd round knockout. When you can do it to the body, when you can go upstairs and do it, just beautiful, beautiful work by Inoue. And Desmarinas has nothing to be ashamed of. He came out game, went out on his shield, man. The guy was throwing punches the whole time. He was trying, man. To the bitter end, he was trying. He was using lateral movement, trying to figure it out. He was trying in there. But Inoue is just a different beast, man. Inoue is a different monster. He's a guy who, and look at Donaire celebrating because Donaire wants that fight. Donaire wants Inoue again. Donaire thinks he sees something. He wants that second fight. He wants all the belts. He wants Undisputed to happen. So for Donaire, this is another piece of the puzzle getting put together. I guarantee you Donaire has been planning this out for a while. Donaire was like, okay, if I beat O'Bali and then Inoue wins his fight, all right, and then somehow if I could get Casimero and win that fight, and then I fight Inoue and get all the belts, just imagine if that happens. Man, that was an incredible... See, this is what I'm talking about right here. This is what you're supposed to do as a fighter. If you're who they built you up to be, you put on performances like this. Desmarinas, a legit top 10 guy in the division. All right. And Inoue just put him away. He put him away like it was just nothing. And this is what you do, man. You put on performances like this, you get people talking, and you climb the pound for pound rankings, and this is how you become a star. Like Pacquiao did. This is how you become a star. You don't do it by fighting once, maybe twice a year like Charlo and going 12 rounds with a guy like Montiel. You don't do it that way. The way you do it is put guys to sleep. All right? And this is, dude, that body shot, he landed 3 body shots in the same spot with the left hook. And that is a telltale sign of a guy who he can perfect punch placement. And guys in the top of the pound for pound rankings, that's what separates. That's one of the things that separates them from guys who aren't in the top of the pound for pound rankings. Punch placement. Canelo has great punch placement. Canelo can land the uppercut from the outside. Canelo can land body shots from the inside and outside. Canelo can fight on the inside and outside. Well-rounded fighters, great punch placement. And Inoue has the same. Look at that body shot. Goodness gracious. And props to Desmarinas from coming off the canvas twice. Because body shots like that, man, not too many guys are coming up off the canvas. So a lot of heart for Desmarinas. But this is what it is at the end of the day. Too strong. Too strong. Inoue is too good. Inoue is too good. My guy's going to be urinating blood for a few days. Yeah, he is. Yeah, he is. And look, really an economical, well, 48 power. He threw 48 power punches in 3 rounds. I thought that was total punches. I was about to say that doesn't add up. 48 power punches in 3 rounds. The guy's a beast, man. The nickname fits. He's a monster. He's a monster. The nickname fits. Punch placement. Punch placement, punch placement. It's tough to deal with a guy like that who can land the same shot. He knows he has a guy hurt to a specific part of the body, and then he goes for that specific part of the body and executes it 2 more times to put him on the canvas 2 more times. Beautiful performance by Inoue. Beautiful performance. And this is what you do in the prime time. This is what you do when the spotlight's on you. You put on performances like this. This is what special fighters do. Special fighters don't do what Charlo did tonight against Montiel and go 12 with them. Special fighters put on performances like this, and that's Inoue. He is a special fighter, man. Keep your eye out on this guy. Goodness gracious. Lower weight classes is where it's at, man. You see fights like this. Action, entertainment, technical fighters. This was great. This was great. This is what you wanted to see tonight. Inoue stole the show. Gabe Rosado, it's been a great day of boxing. Gabe Rosado putting Beck the Bully to sleep. Dog Bay was a good performance, a good fight with Lopez. So you got a lot of things going on, but this right here, body shots. Somebody said Roy Jones-ish earlier. I remember Roy Jones putting people to sleep with body shots. I remember putting Virgil Hill on the canvas with a body shot. Let's see what we got. Two hardest pound for pound hardest punchers in boxing today. I mean, it's tough to say. It's tough to say who is, but the thing I like about Tank is Tank puts guys to sleep with punches they don't see coming. Like Leo Santa Cruz. He didn't see that punch coming. He didn't see it coming at all. And in a way, the thing that was beautiful about this is Desmarinas was trying to guard that part of his body, and Inoue was still landing those shots. He was still landing those shots to the liver on the right-hand side, even though Desmarinas was guarding from it and knew Inoue was trying to go there. That's a special fighter. Special fighters do that stuff, and he was setting it up because he was like, okay, I know you're hurt there, but I'm still going to go here so you can lift your arms up again, and then I'm going to knock you out with the same shot. The lesson is you should eat more nutritious food and not just hot and spicy noodle you're going to be too weak in the body. I don't know what that means. 3 rounds of Inoue is better than 12 rounds of Charlo. That is correct. That is correct. And they're showing Beck the Bully getting knocked out by Gabe Rosado on SportsCenter. That is a nasty knockout. And I'm sure they're going to show Inoue with the body shots as well. But just a great performance. Great performance by Inoue tonight. Against a good fighter in Desmarinas. Desmarinas is a good fighter. He didn't just go in there and knock out a slouch. He was a heavy favorite in this fight, but he was a heavy favorite because of how special he is. You know, when you're that heavy of a favorite, they're showing the Rosario versus Mariano knockout as well. Good day of boxing, man. Good night of boxing. Multiple knockouts. Great performance to cap off the day. And that's what you want, man. You want great and special performances from great and special fighters. And you truly have a special fighter in front of you in Inoue. He is truly a special fighter, man. We got ourselves a great picture at 118 right now. You have yourself another division that is hot at the top where undisputed is a real possibility. You got undisputed coming at 154. You got undisputed coming at 168. You just had one undisputed at 140. You got undisputed that could happen at 135 or possibly did, depending on who you talk to. And now you have undisputed within our grasp at 118. And the picture is set now. Inoue did his job. Now, if you're Inoue, you sit back and you watch what happens with Donaire versus Casimero in August. Whoever wins that fight, make it happen for December. All right? Make it happen before the end of the year. Let's get undisputed at 118. Donaire, you saw him in the ringside celebrating when Inoue had the knockout here against Desmarinas. You saw him celebrating because he sees it too. He said, it's the only thing I haven't done in my career. I really think, if I'm reading between the lines, what Donaire wants to do is become undisputed in the next 2 fights and retire undisputed champion at 118. I think that's what he wants to do. I think he's been gearing up for this, man. He has been working on that right hand, working on both hands, becoming a full fighter this whole time. I threw it out there earlier. I threw it out there talking to D-Style earlier in the week. It's almost like Michael Jordan when, he was super talented in the 80s, super talented in his run 91 through 93 in the championships. And then 96 through 98, he was older, not as athletic, but he developed a fadeaway jumper. He developed a more versatile game, and that's what Donaire has done. So he's almost a better fighter now at 38 than he was at 28 because he's a more developed fighter, more versatile fighter, and he's a guy who can do many things in the ring now. You're not going to be able to go out in there and just overwhelm him. If you're Inoue, you're not going to be a guy who's going to go in there and just outbox him. He's going to be a tough out. So as special as Inoue is, Donaire's special too. You got 2 special guys at 118 who are both eyeing the same prize. Hit that like button as y'all come in, by the way, and leave comments. And hit the sub button if you aren't subscribed yet. Hit the alerts, all that good stuff. Hit me up on Instagram, CalixBoxing 2.0, if you're on Instagram. But I see a lot of this right here. Inoue is Pac-Man 2.0 made in Japan. I see a lot of that. I mean, special dude, man, special fighter. But Donaire is right there. And don't forget about Casimero. Casimero saying, don't forget about me. But I just want to see Inoue versus Donaire handle their business and become let's get undisputed. Let's get it popping. Inoue, great performance. I did watch Munguia. Munguia, after watching Charlo struggle with Montiel, we got to revisit that Munguia knockout of Montiel because Munguia planked Montiel. He put him to sleep. All right, so Munguia brings some excitement to 160, a dull division. But Munguia brings some excitement to that division. He's a guy who can walk you down, fun fighter to watch. He gets hit a lot, but he will go through those punches and hit you as well, right? So he's going to inflict some pain, but he's going to give you some damage while he's doing it. So fun fighter, man. I like watching Munguia. And they're going to step him up. You know what I think they're going to see? We're going to see next Munguia versus Rosado. But the talk of the night is Inoue. Great performance by Inoue. Loved it. Inoue is who we thought he was, man. He is who we thought he was. Great fighter, special fighter. I keep throwing out the adjectives, but it's warranted, man. I'm telling you, this guy is going places. This is the type of guy you're going to see possibly if he can get past Donaire, clean out 118, possibly move up to 122, possibly even eventually get up to 126, do special things, be a multi-weight division champion, be a household name, because even if you don't speak English, man, you come to America, you entertain. That's what we want to see. That's what we want to see, especially in boxing right now, where guys are just going 12 rounds. We saw with Shakur Stevenson last weekend. We saw with Charlo this weekend. You see so many fighters just happy to get the bag for that particular fight. And then 9 months later, they're going to fight again. It's good to see fighters who are looking to put on performances, looking to please the fans. And in the lower weight classes, you're going to get more of that because you're going to get more entertainment being that these guys have more punch output, throw more punches in the ring. You're going to have more entertainment naturally. Smaller guys, they're firecrackers down there, but they can also punch, so they can put guys to sleep as well. Good technical boxers. You got the best of everything in those lower weight classes, man. You got the best of everything. And Inoue showed that tonight. High punch output, exciting fighters. And not only that, man, these guys aren't spoiled in the lower weight classes like the higher weight class guys are. They're not going to fight an average guy and make $2 to $3 million. They have to go in and fight tougher competition, generally speaking, to get their paydays, to get their shine, to get on ESPN for main events. They have to put on shows. They got to be 21-0 with 18 knockouts like an Inoue if they want to be the main event on ESPN. They have to put on special performances. They have to fight top 10 guys consistently. And that's what we saw with Inoue tonight. Great performance, man. I can't say it enough. It happened a round after I thought it was. I said second round knockout, but it was the third. But the body shots, beautiful, beautiful body shots. Same spot, punch placement. It's all there for this guy, man. All there. Doesn't forget about the jab. Good hand speed. Footwork is great. Good lateral movement. Great athlete. Punching power. He has one punch punching power, but he can also overwhelm you with combinations. He can box if he has to box. So he can beat you over 12 rounds if he has to beat you over 12 rounds, et cetera, et cetera. I mean, the guy can go to the body. He can fight on the inside. He can fight on the outside. Inoue is the full package. He is the full package. And we got who is next for Inoue. The winner of Donaire versus Casemiro will most likely fight Rigo. I hope not, man. I hope not. I don't think that's what Donaire is going to do. What I'm hoping happens as a fan is Inoue just waits 2 months to see what happens with Donaire. And, who knows? Maybe he'll want to fight in September. I'd love to see that as a fan. Just fight again in September against whoever. And then you fight the winner of Donaire versus Casemiro. But I want to see Inoue versus Donaire versus Casemiro winner for all the belts. And look, Rigo is in the mix as well. But I hope it's not Rigo who gets the winner of Donaire or Casemiro. I hope it's Inoue who gets the winner of Donaire versus Casemiro. And I hope it's Inoue versus Donaire. For everything. Rematch for all of it. In another great fight between two special fighters who are both the full package. Rigo's a great defensive fighter, but at the same time, Rigo's not the guy that we saw against Donaire the first time, which was one of the greatest defensive performances I've ever seen, possibly the greatest defensive performance I've ever seen in modern boxing history when Rigo did what he did to Donaire. I think that was, what year was that? 2010, something like that? 2000, so a decade ago. But Rigo doesn't have those reflexes, the same reflexes that he had before, which makes him a bit of a more exciting fighter, right? Because he has to be more offensive-minded. But I think if Rigo fights Donaire now, it's very much a different story than it was the first time. Very much so. For two reasons. Rigo has slowed down as far as reflexes, like I said. But two, Donaire is a different fighter, as I alluded to earlier. Donaire has two hands now. Donaire's a smarter fighter. He's a more experienced fighter. He's a more technical fighter. His reflexes have slowed down a bit as well, but his reflexes slowing down doesn't affect his style as much as it affects Rigo's, because Rigo is a guy who is so reliant on his defense. And when your reflexes slow down, your defense naturally isn't what it used to be. But all that being said, I'd rather Rigo not be in the mix in the near future. Of course, I would be intrigued by Donaire versus Rigo too. Of course, I would be intrigued by that, but I'd be a lot more intrigued by Inoue versus Donaire too, if I'm telling the truth. So I just want to see us get to undisputed as quick as possible. And in my opinion, we're one fight away now. Give us Donaire versus Casemiro in August, which is happening, and then Inoue fights the winner of that. What I would like to see happen is Inoue is at the fight ringside at Donaire versus Casemiro. Whoever wins that fight right after, bring Inoue up to the ring entrance and then announce the fight right there. Say, okay, December, we're fighting for all the belts. Let's get it done. Let's get it popping at 118. Let's do at 118 what was just done at 140 between Josh Taylor and Jose Ramirez. Let's do what was done at 135. Let's do what Canelo and Plant are about to do at 168. do what Charlo's about to do at 154, the 154 Charlo. Let's get all the belts and settle this. The more undisputeds we get, the better for boxing, because we have real champions who say, look at my trophy case. All the belts that matter in my division are in that trophy case. So anybody else out there parading like they're a champion in my division are frauds. And they make no mistake about it. The word undisputed means you can't dispute that I'm the champion. And let's get that. But at the end of the day, Inoue, great performance tonight. Desmarinas has nothing to be ashamed of. Came up off the canvas twice, showed a lot of heart. He was just outgunned. Everything that he does, it's like I said in the prediction video, everything that he does well just plays right into Inoue's hands. He's a good fighter, but everything he's good at plays right into Inoue's hands. Inoue's a special fighter. He's the full package. And he moves on to bigger and better things now. It's going to be tough to beat. Tough to beat. Top 3 pound for pound. Top 3 pound for pound right now. Inoue. And it's scary to see where he'll be 2 years from now. Him fighting how he's fighting and looking how he's looking right now. Still a young guy, really just entering his prime. And that's scary. That's scary. So, Inoue by body shot knockout. Great night of boxing. Happy Father's Day to all the fathers out there, man. God bless y'all. It's going on a Sunday right here, Central Time in New Orleans. So God bless y'all on this Sunday. Happy Father's Day to everybody. I'm out, man. Inoue with the great performance, special fighter. God bless, man. Peace. I'm out.